Hello and welcome to ARC 360's The Future in Focus digital event series. Before starting, we'd just like to thank our corporate partners, BASF, BMS, CAPS, Copart, Emacs, Integral, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Mercer, Nationwide Vehicle Recovery Assistance, S&G Response, and Sherwin-Williams, as well as our partners, Aztec, the Green Park Specialists, Indasa, Prasco, and the Innovation Group. Thanks, and we hope you enjoy the following webinar.
Good. Might get a few stragglers turn up a little bit late, but I think we'll kick off. If not, hiya, Shelley.
Hello.
How you doing? You okay?
Very good. You?
Not too bad, thank you. No, we're on the last one, so really good.
Third time lucky.
Yeah. Time lucky, absolutely. Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining us. Really appreciate you coming along. We've only got 15 minutes, so time is pretty tight here. And the last two that we've done, we've run out of time, so we're going to try to whiz through this quite quickly. What we'll do, so you've got myself on here, Gary de Groot, Business Development Director at Innovation Group. We've also got Paul Khatri, who's our Transformation Director. Hello, Paul.
Hi guys.
And what I'll do is I'll just give you a very, very quick background of Innovation Group globally before we go specifically into one of our products that we want to talk to you about, which is FNOL. Really informal. If there's any questions about anything as we go through, please do shout up at the time. We've not had time for Q&A at the end, so just let us know. Alternatively, if you want to drop me an email or a message on LinkedIn or any other way just to ask some questions, please feel free to do so. Okay, without further ado, we'll kick off. So Innovation Group, who are we? What do we do? So Innovation Group is a global business. We operate within North America, Australia, South Africa, Spain, Germany, and the UK, where our head office is. Just over 800 UK employees, and I guess specifically within the UK, we've got a UK insurance department that is split between motor and property. On the property side, we deal with pretty much everything from sort of general perils, claims handling, subsidence, and drainage, doing both claims handling and repair management as well there. We're probably best known in property on the sub side, where we deal with about 20% of the tier one insurer market. So it's our market there that we've become notorious for. Perhaps more importantly, on the motor side, we offer complete cradle to grave claims handling services. So all of the traditional accident management that you would expect from Innovation Group, 24/7 in-house FNOL, network and repair management, engineering, third-party capture. But we also do sort of complex claims handling, PI defence, credit hire defence, fraud as well. So a fully outsourced claims proposition through Innovation Group. In terms of scale and who we do it for, we process around 100,000 repairs per annum, maybe slightly less last year with COVID. And we work on behalf of a number of sort of tier one insurers, large MGAs and brokers as well, who we have bespoke product sets for that. Please get in touch if you want to know a little bit more about that. Moving on to FNOL, as I referenced at the start. So what is FNOL? So I guess around 18 months ago, Innovation Group as a business looked at what we could do a little bit differently within the accident management market. And we did some market research, spoke to some of our clients and prospects, and there were a couple of things that were key drivers for them that they were looking to see. Number one was far more use of technology, and that's not just systems that we employ, but actually from a policyholder perspective, how can we digitalize their claims journey and make it much more seamless for them? And I think people were saying that 18 months ago, over the last year, particularly with what's happened with COVID, we'll have all seen an aggressive growth appetite around that area as well that's followed that, and we'll touch on that as we go through here. Part two of their requirements were there was some frustration around the way that fault and non-fault claims were split between different suppliers for their policyholders. That was causing a touch of confusion around who was dealing with what, certainly from the customer perspective, often a duplication of information, a requirement for overcomplication of integrated systems that wasn't ideal. There's always been a couple of traditional models around this for outsourced services whereby your non-fault credit hire provider would take in the FNOL, deal with the non-fault side of the claim, and then triage the fault piece over to potentially a supplier like Innovation Group who would deal with the AD repair, or quite the opposite, where Innovation Group may take in the FNOL, deal with the AD fault repair, and then push the non-fault over to a supplier of our choosing. We partner with Enterprise, we pass that through to them and let them deal with the non-fault side of the claim. What we wanted to do was get to a point where this was much more simplistic for the policyholder and everything could be arranged within one call. And that's where we've got to with OneNoll. And Paul, appreciate quite a complex slide here, but if you could take us through the different elements of this, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Gary. So yeah, just to build on what Gary said, I suppose the mantra for our service design for OneNoll was to effectively allow the policyholder to notify a claim as simply as possible and deploying services to them within a shorter space of time as possible. So what we've done over the years is hone our question set within FNOL to make sure we are streamlining the engagement with the policyholder, but also making sure that we're capturing the core or the key required data for the downstream journey. So again, over the years, we've worked with partners whereby, they've asked us to collect, lots of information, which leads to a 30-40 minute FNOL journey, and from one extreme to the other. So we've sort of refined that over the years to get to a journey that works well today. Similarly, we utilize and are also looking at utilizing more data enrichment services. So where we can pre-populate information based on what's out there in the marketplace from a data perspective, again, that makes the journey more efficient from a policyholder point of view. Similarly, we're also making use of machine learning and AI to further improve our liability decision-making capability, so that once we receive a claim, we're able to make that an accurate decision in regards to fault or non-fault. Now, we recognise that there will always be a proportion of claims that go into the split pot, for want of a better phrase. So rather than tell the customer we'll call them back and go off and do detailed investigations, what we do today is effectively embark on a tri-party call with one of our technical claims handlers, working with the FNOL agent and the policyholder to try and further refine decision making so that we can effectively push it down the fault or non-fault route. So if we take the non-fault route, like Gary says, Enterprise is our strategic partner in terms of provision of credit hire and repair services. We have fully integrated systems. So what that means from a policyholder point of view is that at the point of FNOL, we're able to tell them who the branch is that's going to deal with their or provide them with their rental vehicle, and also allow us to give them the contact information for that, as well as the vehicle details. So what that does from a customer point of view is within a matter of minutes from notifying their claim is give them the comfort that that they can tangibly see who's going to be providing their vehicle and what vehicle they're getting. And we've got the same situation really on the AD or the fault side, in so much as that we have integration with our comprehensive nationwide repair network. And what we're able to do, and again, we don't do this on all accounts because some don't require it, but what we are able to do is at the point of FNOL, once we've determined it's fault and there's a need for repair, is effectively select a repairer based on the geographic location of the policyholder and the vehicle attributes, but also select a date for repair and also a booking in slot for that day. So again, within a matter of minutes, the policyholder's got the confidence that the claim is being progressed. They know who the repairing garage is, and they know when they need to take it in. In a scenario where it's not repairable, again, we've got digital solutions whereby we can offer fast track settlement, whereby utilising technology in terms of vehicle valuation, we can effectively raise a payment the same day in terms of PAVs and pay that digitally to the customer from a BACS perspective. So again, from the policyholder notifying the claim to settlement is a very quick process. Obviously, there's rules and algorithms that sit around that, and there's got to be a risk discussion with the paying insurer. But ultimately, we've got the digital capabilities to do that. And one of the other aspects of our FNOL journey that I suppose I'm particularly proud of is the third party capture. So what we've done is design our FNOL journey so that early on we've got an understanding as to whether there's an on-fault third party involved or not. And where there is, we effectively generate an outbound task for somebody else within our call centre, so that we're actually able to make a call out to the third party to try and intervene before we've even finished the FNOL journey with the policyholder. So again, it's from an insurer perspective, it's helping them control spend, but also providing the most efficient journey as possible.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. And I guess what we're saying, because there's a lot of information on there, guys, I guess putting it into the customer's perspective, they make an FNOL call or a notification of any format through to Innovation Group. We take, an FNOL that's enriched with different forms of data to make it as streamlined as possible and not necessarily 45 minutes. And then during that call, we can book them in for fault or non-fault services, regardless of what's happened in relation to the claim, which is great for them. There's no handoff, there's no soft transfer to a third party. It's all done within that single call. They've got a booking date for their repairs there and then, which just simplifies the process for them. And it mentioned at the start that one of the things that consumers were looking for was just a bit more technology. And this is all underpinned by technology, not just in terms of the systems that we use, but also in terms of what the policyholder sees as well. So, first and foremost, use the on-channel reporting capability. So it's not just telephone FNOL. We've got a mobile application that can be used. We can take in portals, whatever format that you need to be able to ingest that FNOL. And I think if I just draw your eyes to the vision on the right-hand side, when a repair is allocated and booked in by our business, this sort of text message and link will be automatically generated to the policyholder. It will give them some base details there about the repairers, so they can make contact if they need to. But there's also the track your repair function on that link as well. That gives them access to a portal that is just for their claim and their repair, and it will show them details of where the repair is up to, projected completion, dates for various elements of the repair process, and that can be accessed at any single time. We also send out push notifications, so that once a vehicle is booked in or taken in, they'll get a notification, say vehicle now on site. So again, they're being completely updated on their repair journey. All of this can be integrated with a third-party app. So if we're talking to an insurer that's got a mobile application, the functionality around this can be ingested into that application as well. And all of this can be white labeled too. So, it's blank, it's a white space at the top there, which very often Innovation Group is there. But actually, if we're dealing with Aviva and they want to use this as their own sort of repair portal, that can be white labeled to their requirements as well. So, when you talk about a digital journey for a customer, being able to report and get periodic or anytime updates on the status of their repairs through their smartphone is exactly what people are looking for, and that can all be done via our mobile application. I guess just on what the benefits of OneNoll, and this is the first time in 3 sessions that we've got to this section, so we've done quite well here, Paul. As we mentioned, omni-channel FNOL capability, whatever medium people want to report in, it's there. A seamless customer journey with deployment of fault and non-fault services in a single call. That's the main thing for us. From a customer's perspective, this is what they expect a claim to look like when they're having a motor claim, and that's what we've designed it around. Just skipping down a couple, enhanced capture, so we're going to be pushing more into the network, both for fault and non-fault services, because it's all converted and deployed within that single call. Digitalized claims journey with push notifications there for your customer. So really, really cool. We've got 60 seconds left now. I've just had the notification. Paul, is there anything to add from you? And are there any questions from anyone on the session at all that they might like to ask?
Not from me, Gary.
Not from you? Questions, guys, from anyone on there? Is there anything more that you might want to ask about in relation to OneNoll?
No, thank you. That's been really informative.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was going to say the same. Really good, guys. Well done for doing it in time.
It was quick, it was sharp, wasn't it, as well? We spoke really fast there. Yeah. Excellent. Okay.